Hi, and welcome back to Blue's Garden. This is my Memorial Day weekend garden update. Shot outside the window, looking down. Let's take a little drone view. You can see the table I use where I am hardening off all my veggies. And then towards the end of the yard is where my garden is. We'll zoom out a little and take a bigger look. These are my potatoes. There are Adirondack Blue, Yukon Gold, and Red Norland. I plant around St. Patrick's Day, and then some sweet potato slips I've planted. These are the sweet potato. Over here you can see the compost bin, which I did a prior video about. My garlic, hardneck garlic growing. These are the onion, and if you look, there is red burgundy onion, then garlic in the background, Tokyo long white and red beard bunching onion, then red Weatherspoon, Utah yellow, and Pompeii white. These are where the peppers will eventually be. I've only got 2 pepper plants in so far. And marigolds. I got about a dozen of these pots that I make up of marigolds around my garden. Some of them are around other parts of the garden, and 8 or 9 or so are in the area near my vegetable garden. Usually I put a couple per plant or per planter. And then you can kind of see them. That's one, there's another one, there's a bunch over in the other side too. Those were cherry tomatoes. These are the peas and kale growing. Peas on one side, kale. Next to that, you can see the Brandywine yellow, a couple of 25-gallon of carrots, Danvers 126. That's the garlic I was showing you and the onions. Those are the 2 peppers I have. And the first one I put in is a sweet banana. I grow a couple of those every year, and I either make them for some pickling or just fresh eating. And then first time ever, it's called a lunchbox mix. I guess they're like small sweet bell peppers. I put the peppers usually in a 5 or 7 gallon grow bag, fabric grow bag, which is a third compost, a third peat, and a third soil. Next up is 2 ananas, cherry tomato, a couple of tigerella. I have 3 Roma tomatoes, 4 golden zucchini, basically yellow squash, 4 black beauty zucchini, the regular dark, and 4 giant crimson. I have 3 butternut squash and 3 spaghetti squash. Zooming out a little, you can see I have 6 Brussels sprouts, 1 Rubine, 2 Catskill, 3 Long Island. I have my herbs and lettuce growing. Speaking of, and my raspberries. Speaking of my herbs, these were chives which were up on there, and something came along and topped it all off, ate them all. A little closer look at some of the tomatoes I've got going on, and I'm going to plant out. This side I do my plum tomatoes and 3 Ukrainian purple plum, 2 yellow plum, 2 tigerella. I've got 4 empties, and then I have 2 big mushroom basket and 2 black seaman tomato, big ones, 2 black Krim tomato. Those are where the black seaman are. My 2 mushroom basket, 2 ananas noir, 1 Cherokee purple after that. And then 2 ananas noir, which is basically a black pineapple tomato. I got a couple of beefsteak tomatoes. These are the empties, which I have more seedlings in the basement on my grow light shelves. I just can't remember what I'm planning on putting in there. Those are the 2 tigerella I showed you earlier. And the 3 Ukrainian purple. You can kind of see the marigolds in the background, and a couple of aromas. These are the 6 different Brussels sprouts, the 1 Rabine, 2 Catskill, and 3 Long Island. And head back, land, and another walk around other parts of the garden. Here's a quick overview of everything if you are curious. I have cornflower, bachelor's buttons, growing out front. It's a kind of an overgrown, weedy mess. We actually worked on it after I shot the video. These will eventually turn into in that area there's a whole ton of purple coneflower, the echinacea. That shot's from last year, but there's a ton that come up. Had some azaleas grown in the front corner, and those are stuff my mom planted 45 years ago. 2 or 3 different azalea plants there. I have a couple of first rhododendron buds. And speaking of firsts, my first Bombay Sapphire and Tonic of the Memorial Day weekend. I didn't put the limes in yet, but they'll come soon. This I call my Scarborough Fair, parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme garden. Got the water fountain going. It's a little solar powered. Another small little area of tomatoes and 1 cucumber coming. A couple of yellow plums, 4 sweeties. This will be a flower rack. The top one is some overwintered, and this is my zinnias out at the corner of the street. Thanks for joining me. Please like, share, and subscribe. It helps me grow, and that helps you grow.